Hey YouTube family, today I'll be showing you how to make fail-proof oxtail. If you're new here, I'm glad to have you. If you've been here, good to see you again. Tell me where you're watching from in the comments and let's get into this recipe. For starters, you need oxtail. Now, I want to show you some of the things that I use, starting with the Spice King beef stew and oxtail seasoning, Cajun seasoning, garlic and onion powder, and jerk seasoning. The oxtail and jerk seasoning can be found at your Kroger's or Amazon. The next step is to wash your meat. It's really not up for debate, although some people prefer not to wash their meat. In my opinion, it just makes your food taste 10 times better if you wash it yourself. But do what works for you. There's no right or wrong way to clean any meat. So I start by slicing a lemon and I squeeze the juice into a bowl. I scrub each piece with the lemon and I trim the fat if needed, but these work fine. Then I rinse until the water runs clear. I pat them dry and I season them to my liking. I also line my cutting board with plastic wrap, but I'll tell you why in a minute. Now, I don't measure when I season. I never have. It just comes natural, so I'll say you can season with your heart. And I also would like to say, if you're looking for more of a Caribbean jerk taste, this ain't that. So these will be delicious and tender, but not your local restaurant. These are more like soul food, the movie, and I'm Big Mama. So I would say it's savory and comfort food at the same time. Y'all got to realize I'm from the South. But the Cajun seasoning is a bit salty, so be cautious of that when you're seasoning because you do not want to over-season your food. You're going to mix that up, and then you're going to use that same paper that you wrap your cutting board with, the plastic wrap, and you're just going to store your food in it and place it to the side until you're ready to use it. And I don't know if you noticed, but that's the point of me wrapping my cutting board with plastic wrap because it cuts down on me using one cutting board and I cut down on my cleanup time as well. Yes, I'm still going to wash this cutting board, but I only have to wash one instead of two. Then you need a red bell pepper, a green bell pepper, and a yellow onion. We're at the age now where bell peppers and onions need to be used. If you don't like them, it's because you're childish. Yes, I said it. Bell peppers and onions enhance any dish, so please consider using them in this dish. I like to slice them thinly and I don't dice them up, but if you have smaller kids, then be my guest and dice them up. You also need a can of the Campbells French onion and one package of onion-flavored Lipton onion soup mix. You're going to toss that around well, and then you're going to pull out your Pyrex dish and line the bottom of it with your oxtail, putting your bell peppers and onions on top. We're going to bake them on 350, and I know the older generation swears by browning your oxtails for them to be tender in the oven, but that's not a fact. And using this method, you will see that your oxtail will still fall off the bone. They will still be tender, juicy, and delicious. Bake them covered for 3 hours. No need to check on them. And then you're going to take them out after that 3-hour mark. And if you want to eat them like this, you can, but I prefer gravy with mine. So then I pour my juices into a heat-safe container with some flour. I mix that up and I pour it back on top of my oxtails and slide in the oven for 15 minutes. Let me repeat that for my new cooks. No brown gravy packet was used here. All we used was our oxtail juice, flour, and made the perfect gravy. And that's how you make fail-proof oxtails. Dinner is served. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Enjoy.